Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel for the first time in a couple weeks. I know it has been a couple weeks and I am so sorry about that. I really didn't intend on it being that long between the last video I released, which was the update on the storage unit. But unfortunately, well, a lot of things came up. It was my finals week, in addition to, well, just life getting in the way with moving the storage unit. It was taking every night because we had to get it done, and of course we had to get through to the end of the month and get that taken care of and cleared. That is done now, so the old unit is cleared out, and now I just have one more unit remaining in the town that I live in currently. So that is the next one. Don't know if we're going to be moving it yet. I think we're going to be kind of sitting on it for another month or so, just because, well, we just don't have a whole lot of time. We have so many things, different weddings, different birthdays, all kinds of stuff coming up the next month or two. So really, we just want to buckle down and kind of focus in on it. And that allows me to get back to doing my regular schedule with you fine people. And of course, taking you along as I work on the new unit. So that is currently in progress. In addition to getting everything kind of situated with that, I have been working on hanging power nozzles and stick vacuums. I used to be able to just put screws in the wall and hang them with those, but now I have to do something a little bit different. So I'll actually show a picture of what that's kind of going to look like right here. And with that, the power nozzles are just kind of going to flip, flop, flip, flop, flip all the way down until we get to a point where we don't have any more of those and we just have the stick backs, and then those will kind of do the same thing. So that has made things a lot more cool and vacuum landish, if you will. So that is another project that we'll be taking a look at as time progresses. Of course, we have so much more to do and so many more boxes of things that I need to go through and organize and, well, potentially get rid of some stuff. So a lot more on the horizon, if you will, but we'll get into that as time progresses. Now, any other changes with the channel? Not really. We are going to be getting back to our weekly upload schedule. It's just been crazy. But we are going to be trying to get back to the Vacuums Rescued segment that I was doing for a while. I had to kind of put that on hold just because, well, I had plenty of stuff. Trust me, I have plenty of stuff that I've gotten recently and want to do videos on, or at least mention them. But, well, it's just having the time to get it up, get it ready to go, get it here at the house. I mean, right now I have probably about 12 vacuums in my little apartment. I really need to pare that down. Mostly because a lot of it has been either video vacuums that I've done or video vacuums that I have yet to do, or stuff that was just brought here because I really had nowhere to go with it in betwixt working with the new storage unit and everything. But anyways, so for today, now I don't like to miss a deadline. It very much is not in my programming. And of course, with school, I absolutely cannot miss deadlines. So I am very sorry that it has been so long and that you guys missed out on a video last week. But what we are going to do today, now I know that it is Monday, so technically I did miss another deadline for Sunday, but I am going to be uploading a second video after this one in order to give you guys twice the content today. But either way, let's get into our video for today and take a look at another really cool one. All right, everybody, so we have got another really cool little machine to take a look at today. So what we are looking at is another private label. Now, I've talked about private labels several times on the channel, and I have many of them in my collection. What I mean, essentially, is by saying private label, I'm saying that this is a machine that was made by one of the big three of vacuum cleaners, essentially, here in the US. And it was sold under a different name, so different model number, different name badge, all that, in order to suit a certain catalog ordering system. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is this right here is a 1980 Montgomery Ward's model SP4030. Now, the SP4030, don't ask me what those letters or numbers signify. Chances are it has to do with the SKU, that's the inventory number that they would have had back in the 1980s. But this particular machine came out and it was only offered for maybe 2 years. Now, what I mean by being offered, so this was offered through Montgomery Ward's, much like Sears, JCPenney's. This was a catalog ordering system that was created back 1800s and was offered all the way up into the 90s when they finally eventually went to a internet-based system, and I believe they're still around. I don't know for sure, but either way, back in the 20s all the way into about the 80s, Montgomery Ward's was selling a line of vacuum cleaners. They usually went either by Ward, or Montgomery Ward, this one being a Montgomery Ward machine. Now, Montgomery Ward had different people that made or manufactured their vacuum cleaners. This one was made by Eureka. Eureka at the time was offering things like the Rotomatic, as well as the Power Team canisters, which utilize this body design with the handle on the front and the tool pack on the back. Now, Montgomery Ward saw this, drafted up a contract with Eureka, and thus we have a machine like this. Now, 1980 rolled around and that brought in a lot more styles that were available, particularly this style in brown. Now, the Montgomery Ward's machines were not the only ones that welcomed in this kind of color stage. JCPenney's also with their line. If you watched my video, probably about a year ago now, I did a video on a JCPenney's canned ham, or Empress 2, that came in a dark brown color. Now, this color for Montgomery Ward's was considered hot fudge. That was what they listed it in the catalog as. Now, it was kind of hard to tell that, of course, which is why they had to list the color, because, of course, it was all in black and white. And I'll show a picture of the ad for this machine, actually, right here. Now, as you can see, the ad kind of shows it down below. The reason being is that this was really one of their bottom of the line canisters, even though it had a lot of options with it. Now, as you could probably tell, there was very similar machines that were up above that that actually had power nozzles that came with them. Those were probably the most deluxe at the time, but they did come in all of that hot fudge brown color. Now, this one actually has a few stages of the brown. Now, while it was listed as hot fudge in the catalog, this actually had more of like a chocolate color on the top, while the hot fudge on the bottom, along with all of the cream attachments and trim pieces on it. Now, the reason why this is down below and considered one of the lower end models is, even though it was a lower end model, it was the top of the lower end, because you had this big panel right here at the top. Now, what that meant is you had a bag full indicator right here. So normally it would sit here, this little red line would sit here. It said that it was empty, fine, no problems. But as soon as you lost suction, essentially what that would do is this red line would go all the way over to the other side, and of course you could feel the vacuum, well, losing suction because the bag was full. You also had a power selector up here, so if you turn this little wheel, you could move the little red indicator all the way down to doing stairs, or curtains, drapes, or anything in between. So of course I keep it on rugs or floors, just because that's what this was made to do. Now, while this machine does appear to be 100% complete, I am missing a couple things for it, but considering what this was when I originally got it, probably back in 2012 or 13, I'd say this is looking pretty well. When I originally bought it, it was on eBay with just the hose. and wasn't even this hose. It was actually a different non-original hose. So it definitely needed the finishing touches, if you will. So much later, I ended up making a trade deal with my good friend Jay, and he ended up with this machine. And what he went ahead and did is he had spare parts and everything laying around, so he completed a tool kit, or at least put as many as he could on it. And then, of course, got the original hose and extension wands and floor tool, and made this machine 100% complete. Now, unfortunately, over time and with his untimely passing, I don't know where the extension wands and floor tool are. I know they are together wherever they are, but maybe we'll do another video with this machine in the future. I do have a lot of the Hot Fudge series of the uprights, as well as one of the other canisters. So maybe we'll get those out in September and take a look at more of them. But for now, this machine, it does have a complete toolkit, so it is original and 100% complete, as well as the original hose. But what we're going to do for our run demo today is just kind of do some close-up vacuuming. So we're going to take the hose with one of the attachments here, and we'll just kind of show the suction power of it. But this machine definitely was a very special one to Jay, so it is one that I absolutely love and will, of course, keep around. And eventually will go in a 1980 set picture, as well as display in my museum someday. So, but anyways, let's get on to our run demo for today and see how this thing does on the floor. Well, everybody, I figured we'd start with just the basic upholstery tool. This is my favorite of the attachments for Eureka products. So I figured let's start with this one and we'll see how it does on the floor. Well, there you have it, folks. The little SP4030 from Montgomery Wards back in 1980. Well, even with just the dusting brush and upholstery tool, this thing was able to do a pretty decent job on the floor with just that suction. Now, I know that it doesn't have a power nozzle or power nozzle hookup port, so we can't really do very much. But for usability, this thing really does a really good job. Now, with it having those features, I did want to show you guys kind of how that bag indicator works. You know, it really does give you a lot of options with this machine, even being kind of bottom of the line. But with the full toolkit, as well as the floor attachments and everything, this machine could really do very well for somebody if they just needed a little apartment vac. But, you know, it definitely gave you more options. Very, very interesting little machine. And I hope you guys all enjoyed our little run demo for today. Well, everybody, we've come to the end of another one today, and boy, was this one actually really, really fun to get to. It's been one that I've wanted to show you guys for a very long time because it was something that meant a lot to my late friend Jay, as well as something that just you don't see very much of because these private label machines, well, they seem to have gotten thrown away or, you know, traded in and recycled or something over time, and I just love them. So you can actually kind of see a little bit better that change in the color from the chocolate brown to the hot fudge brown down below, for those that remember that earlier. But it is really nice to have something like this. For the most part, at least for display purposes, this machine does absolutely perfect on a shelf. One rule of thumb that I've always said to not only you guys but also my friends is, when it comes to displaying canister vacuum cleaners, I personally don't need to have all of the attachments or all the hoses all at once. I like to have them, you know, in perfect presentable shape, just the way they are, you know, as if, you know, they're just a clean looking machine sitting there in front of you. So this, you know, kind of having tools up top, and, you know, even without the hose, it just looks so nice and sleek and perfect looking. And it's just something I absolutely love to see, even just sitting on a shelf. So definitely one that I absolutely adore, and am so excited to have this one in my collection, and something for you guys to see. Now, something from the 80s, of course. This machine definitely has been around a while and seen a lot of things, I'm sure, but either way, it will now enjoy a nice retirement in my collection. So, but anyways, again, I am so sorry that it took so long for me to get back to you guys with a video. It was certainly, like I said, not my intention, but, you know, life was just lifing, and I had to kind of get through some things, and making videos, unfortunately, had to take a break. But we are back again. We're going to be back on our regularly scheduled programming. So for those that have been watching, thank you again, and thanks for sticking it out with me. But we will be back, well, with our next video. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and of course a great rest of your evening, and we will catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, y'all.